So it's finally here. Super Bowl LX. February 8, 2026. We've got all the previews, the stat models, and honestly, the story for this one almost writes itself.
It really does. New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks.
The rematch.
Exactly. You can't even look at this lineup without your mind just, snapping back to February 2015, Super Bowl XLIX.
The Malcolm Butler interception?
Yeah, the single most debated yard in NFL history. And that whole context. It just matters so much because this isn't just another game. It's a legacy reset.
Right. The sources are calling this a redemption bowl for Seattle.
For Seattle, absolutely. They've been chasing that ghost for 11 years. And for New England, well, they're hunting for a record-breaking 7th ring.
But the path to get here, it wasn't exactly what people predicted back in August. Looking at the preseason data, neither team was really supposed to be here.
Oh, not at all. Far from it. This isn't some clash of titans who went undefeated. It's a matchup of survivors, really. Both of them beat pretty long odds just to make the playoffs.
And that grit is probably shaping how the odds makers see this game.
It is. It's expected to be a grind.
Okay, so let's dig into those numbers. The betting markets usually tell the real story, and right now the consensus is leaning pretty hard in one direction.
Leaning toward the Pacific Northwest, Seattle is sitting as a 4.5-point favorite across most major books.
And what about the probability models, the ones that, strip out all the fan emotion and just look at the raw data?
Same story. They're giving the Seahawks somewhere between a 60 and maybe even a 70% chance of winning this thing.
Wow. That's a pretty significant edge for a championship game. Is that just about the roster?
It's mostly that efficiency. They've got an elite defense, statistically, truly one of the best. But their offense under Sam Darnold has this incredible balance.
With Kenneth Walker III in the back.
Exactly. He grounds the attack, forces defenses to creep up a little, and the second they do that, Darnold can hit Jackson Smith and Jigba over the top. The sources keep using the word multi-dimensional.
You stop the run, they pass. You play for the pass.
They run it right down your throat.
But, a high-powered offense usually means a high score, but the projections I'm seeing are surprisingly low, like 27-17. One even said 19-16.
Well, that's all about respect for the defenses, especially New England's.
Yeah.
They have been incredibly stingy inside the red zone during this playoff run. The data says this won't be a shootout.
We're like a chess match.
A defensive chess match, yeah.
Which, okay, brings us to the Patriots' path to an upset. If Seattle has the balanced firepower, New England seems to have the chaos factor in Drake May.
That is the single biggest wild card.
Yeah.
May isn't just a quarterback who will stand in the pocket. He extends plays.
Right.
So when the structure breaks down, and against that Seattle pass rush, it May's ability to scramble and just improvise.
Yeah.
It stresses a defense in a way that you just can't scheme for. Analysts call it off-script creation.
There's also the coaching element that the previews are all highlighting. You have Mike Vrabel against the Seahawks staff that must be feeling the pressure to, finally get over 2015.
Vrabel is the X factor on the sideline, for sure. The scouting reports love his situational acumen.
Which is just a fancy way of saying he knows when to gamble.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
In a game that's projected to be this tight, maybe decided by a field goal, Vrabel's aggressive calls on 4th down could be more valuable than any single player.
So, to kind of sum up the sources here, you've got Seattle, the statistical favorite, with this balanced, powerful offense and an elite defense.
Right.
And then you have New England, the grinders, with a quarterback who thrives when things get messy and a coach who masters the margins.
It's athletic dominance versus tactical resilience.
So before we wrap up this deep dive, let's just leave you with one last thought for Sunday. We keep talking about the ghost of 2015, that pass at the 1-yard line.
The elephant in the stadium. You can't ignore it.
So if this game is as close as the models predict, and Seattle finds themselves on the goal line late in the 4th quarter down by 4, what do?
Yeah. Do they trust the data, which might say throwing is the higher percentage play? Or does the memory of that interception force them to just play it safe and hand it off?
It's a fascinating question, something to watch for. Thanks for listening.